Crowhill here. Today we review an IPA and ask, is Pride Month losing steam? Hey!
All right.
Good to see you, Pigweed.
All right. Good evening, Crowhill. How about some beer and conversation?
That's a great idea. What are we drinking?
Yeah, this is another local IPA. I think we done our second beer from Calvert Brewing Company in Southern Maryland.
All right. Fantastic. Very good.
What's on your mind?
Well, I've been wondering about pride. I read the Proverbs a lot.
Yeah.
And the Proverbs, I've tried to read a proverb a day, actually. And there's a lot in Proverbs about pride. And none of it's good.
No, it's never good. No. I don't know how pride has gotten to be such a positive thing. I can be proud of everything.
I know. Yeah.
But biblically, it's one of the seven deadly sins. It might be.
That's the first one. Yeah, that's right. And like Satan's main sin was pride. So now. Let's not be ridiculous about this. There are ways to be legitimately proud.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And so let's discuss the word pride and how it applies to Pride Month, and is in fact Pride Month, which they've stolen the word pride because pride. It's not gay pride anymore. It's just pride.
It's just pride.
It's implied the gayness.
Yeah. Because it's not just gay anymore. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah. We'll
okay.
Get to that
all
too.
right. So let's drink this beer.
So yes,
Route 4.
Not a lot of information. So Route 4, the main corridor to get you from DC down to Southern Maryland, right? But all they give me is 6.5%, and on the can are a bunch of what look like.
It does say Simcoe, and I think I'm smelling Simcoe.
And the only beer-related thing on these license plates is the Simcoe. So it might be a single hop, 6.5 IPA.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Lots of hop flavor. Good amount of aroma.
I would put this more in piney than
definitely
tropical.
piney.
So and that's Simcoe. So
that's Simcoe. Yep. Yeah. So for the audience, hops contribute bitterness, flavor, and aroma, but they have various textures and things to them. Like some are almost oily, piney, sticky.
Yes.
Some are kind of tropical. Some are fruity. It's like some taste like grapefruit, so
earthy, grassy.
Exactly. Yeah. There's all kinds of different things you can. It's amazing how many different flavors you can get from hops. This one, you're right. I think it's the piney.
I'm thinking piney on that one.
Okay, so
June. June has been completely hijacked by Pride Month, but what I'm saying is it's less so than when we did the Pride show in 2023.
Okay.
And when everything was, I just felt it was full on.
Yeah.
And now
everybody had to change their image on social media.
Social media.
Everything you saw was Pride. It was like every store had the Pride flag, had the Pride this, and it's just really not that way anymore.
I don't think so. I remember. I don't know what it was, like Volkswagen or somebody like that had. But then somebody went around and looked at their same website in the Islamic world.
Oh,
what do you know?
They
forgot to do the rainbow update.
That's right.
So Target, as looking at my notes from 2023, I went into Target on the first week of July we were going to do a 4th of July brew.
Yeah.
And I said, well, let me get the napkins and the plates and the thing. I found zero. I found nothing. But there was still leftover, unsold rainbow stuff at Target, which I do not think that Target is all on board.
There was something else that came up, and I went into Target. Like last year, they did some weird thing, and I went into Target to see, and I think they've learned their lesson, and they're not being quite so woke in your face.
Yeah,
and that's good. That's good because stores. What was it? Michael Jordan said, Republicans buy sneakers too.
Yeah, there's like I'm trying to sell sneakers. That he wasn't Democrat enough or something.
Yeah.
So I've got down here. So these are my old notes here. Embassies flying flags.
Well, I don't work downtown anymore, so I don't see the embassies. But I just don't see that kind of stuff around so much anymore.
No. And of course, so there's a combination of it's the Trump administration who's not going to hang too two gigantic flags larger than the American flag over the White House.
Didn't Obama like have a light thing shining the pride flag on the White House or something like that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. So in one sense, obviously it's a change in administration. So that's why that's why the embassies aren't flying. But I'm also just seeing even corporation privately.
Yeah.
I just read a story that there are 9 baseball teams that are, or 9 football teams that are not dressing up their websites, which isn't nearly enough. I mean, it's not even football season. What do you care?
Right. Yeah.
You're trying to attract the LGBTs to your football game
When it's not even football season?
More than you're going to alienate the fans you already have.
Yeah.
I tried to ask ChatGPT, and I forget which one it was, because they're right there. They have different temperaments, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Well, Grok is a little more conservative, little more, and but Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, they all have their own.
So all I wanted to know, since I saw this about the football teams, I said, a lot of teams, maybe all the team or most of the teams. I thought last year everybody but Texas had a Pride night. So I just wanted to find out what teams do not have Pride, and ChatGPT is going to or AI is going to act like I don't really know. You'd have to visit the individual websites of each of the. I'm like, don't tell me you don't know.
I know, and you could look up those websites just fine. Yeah, in a second.
Now I got to go through all 26 websites.
Yeah. So this gets back to the show we did on moral AI.
Yeah.
And that's an example of sort of artificially pasting some ethical rule on top of AI. And whenever you get into a topic like that, it's like if I'm talking to AI about any number of other topics, I'm talking about fixing a tire or some normal, it just gives me a normal answer. But as soon as you get into anything that treads on an issue that the woke are going to be upset about, you just feel that this other agenda has layered itself on top of the answer, and that's what you're seeing there.
Okay, that's what that was.
Right.
So how about let's go back to the 7 deadly sins.
Well,
you want to talk about what Pride means?
Actually, I wanted to talk about the origin of the Pride Month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you know where it all started?
Not really.
There was back in the 60s, it was common for police to raid gay bars.
Oh, this is the Stonewall
The Stonewall thing, right. Yeah. So apparently they would raid these gay bars and arrest people for being places where they weren't supposed to be according to the laws at the time. And there was a place called Stonewall Inn or something.
Yeah.
And the police tried to raid it, and they reacted
riot.
against it. It was a riot, and they reacted against it. And that was supposedly like the beginning of.
We're not going to stay in the closet.
Yeah, we're not going to take this anymore, and we're gonna react against it. And that was the beginning of the Pride Month thing, supposedly.
Right. So the event took place in June.
Right.
But does it? But don't you think a month's a little greedy? I mean, okay, right. So the veterans.
Yeah.
They get a day. So
right.
if you go fight for your country.
The Constitution gets a day.
So the veterans who survive get a day. If you die, you get a whole weekend.
Yeah, sort of.
But if you're gay,
you get a month.
You get a month.
Yeah, religious freedom gets a day. Like this. It's funny that who else gets a month? Black history gets a month. Women's history gets a month. Hispanic heritage gets a month. Asian American and Pacific Islander heritage
they get a
gets
month?
Yeah. So where are the Germans, the Irish, I don't understand this. Why do people get a month?
How about here we are, summer of America 250. How about Patriots Month?
Sure. How about that? How about Founding Fathers Month? Now, but I get the connection. What they're trying to say is these are groups that have been historically oppressed, according to the woke narrative.
Of course.
According to the woke narrative, these are groups that have been historically oppressed. So we need to recognize that and stick it in your face so that you feel bad about that and are ashamed of oppression of gays, blacks, women, Hispanics, Asian Americans, right?
Everybody, now you're down it's like 5% of the country that's doing all the oppressing.
Yes. And the Irish were oppressed too. I mean, for
Yeah,
heaven's sakes.
you know what they get what, St. Patrick's Day? Something
Yeah.
like that?
Catholics were oppressed in certain parts of the country. I mean, come on. It's I don't know. Well, anyway. So they all get a month, but everything else gets a day. If it gets anything.
Yeah, and there was a time when Lincoln and Washington each got a day.
Yeah.
And they just condensed it down.
Nixon ruined that. Turned it into President's Day.
Now,
Yeah.
now the two most important presidents in history got to share a day.
Got to share a day. Yeah.
Well, what if they
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
fondled each other? All right. So, but what does pride even mean?
Yeah. So pride, I looked it up. It means feeling pleasure or satisfaction over something regarded as highly honorable or creditable to oneself.
Okay, so when you see, I'm proud of my honor roll student at Ding Dong Elementary School.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a parent saying, my son has achieved a thing.
Yes.
Got on the honor roll 3 times, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And they're proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a normal proud.
Something honorable. Like, for example, somebody becomes a Navy SEAL. And they're proud of having. I mean, you got to pass some serious tests to become a Navy SEAL.
Right. And the parents that they're, my son's a Navy SEAL,
and they're
just
proud
so
of that.
Proud.
Yeah, of course they're proud
because it's an accomplishment.
Yes,
and it's an achievement,
and that's different than the bad side of proud, which is excessive belief in one's own abilities or worth, leading to an inflated ego and a sense of superiority over others.
Okay, so this is biblical pride.
Yeah, that's the bad side of pride.
Right, and so we did the show on the 7 deadly sins and found out that in the 21st century, nobody thinks that any of them are particularly bad.
I know they're all
certainly not pride. So what about if you just said, I'm proud. I'm a proud Irishman. I'm a proud Italian. I'm a proud Puerto Rican.
Yeah. So what does that really mean? It means I'm not gonna hide the fact that I'm an Irishman. That would be one part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I would also think that it's Ireland, Puerto Rico has produced a culture that I am delighted to be a part of.
Okay.
I'm glad that
yes.
I love my country because it's produced this culture. Maybe not necessarily the achievements of Puerto Rico, whatever they may be, but just it's a great culture, and I am I'm proud to be associated with it.
Sure,
that seems fair.
That seems fair. Yeah, and that's not. You're not saying Puerto Rico is better than every place else in the world.
Right.
You're just saying that,
or that it has great achievements for all of mankind. It saved the planet from something.
Right.
I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying. I'm glad I'm Puerto Rican because it's a culture
I like the culture.
I like a culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So you're proud. You're proud of your son. You're a proud Irishman. So what does gay pride mean? Like what is the accomplishment, or what is the
achievement?
The achievement. What did you achieve?
So because if you said that being gay is a choice, this is something you have chosen to do and you're very good at it or whatever. But you've made it very clear it's 100% not a choice, right?
Yeah, so let's take it back to the proud Puerto Rican. Now he didn't accomplish anything either to become a Puerto Rican. He just was born a Puerto Rican, right? So the gay person is saying, I'm not going to be ashamed of what I am.
Yes.
Okay. But Puerto Rican is a culture. Is being gay, this is one thing that never makes sense to me.
I know.
Is it a culture? It's a sexual choice. It's not a culture.
You're right. I mean, you don't have your own food.
Right.
You have your own language.
Now some people try to make certain things associated with being gay, but at its foundation, being gay is just being attracted to someone of the same sex.
Yes, it seems like it's celebrating the sexual proclivity of a small minority of people, and what's up with that?
Yeah. So I get one aspect of it that we've discussed is I'm not going to be ashamed
I
of.
think that is part, like, coming, like you said, born out of Stonewall.
Yeah.
Is they were hiding in their dingy bars, and the police kept coming in. They're like, we just want to be left alone. And then they decided, well, that's not good enough anymore. We need to be able to not hide our gayness. We need to be able to walk around in public and not be ashamed or fearful.
Yes, but somehow that turns into these really, like, you see what goes on at gay pride parades. It's really weird stuff. It's not just I'm holding hands with this guy.
Yes.
Or,
I shouldn't be denied employment. I shouldn't be denied housing, rent, or hospitalization or whatever.
Yeah.
I need to have access to everything. But there was a leave us the F alone mentality.
Yes.
And can I share my Substack here?
Sure.
So I kind of predict or have wondered in the past about the alphabet soup, what was LGBT, then it just got nuts.
Well, it was LGB. Pluses. It used to just be LGB, lesbian, gay, bisexual.
There you go.
And that actually makes some sense.
Yes.
Because they're all sexual orientations.
Yes.
But when it comes LGBT, that's no longer a sexual orientation.
We're getting, yes. It's already starting to get weird here before you get to two-spirit and pluses and Qs.
And nobody knows what the Q means, right? Yes.
All these other things. So I'm like, I imagine that they've hijacked, which is the name of this article I'm about to read. They've hijacked the T and all the other following letters.
Yeah.
Have hijacked the LGBT, and at some point they're going to say, we don't have.
Yeah. It's going to split. There's going to be LGB, and then there's going to be TQX plus blah, blah, blah.
Because of the LGBs, they know what sex they are.
Yes.
They just happen to like the same sex as them. They're not confused about or trying to change it's not really the same thing.
Yeah.
So let me just share you a little bit of this from L.H. Gray's Substack. It's called The Shame of the Rainbow.
Okay.
Title, How the TQIA Plus Hijack Turned Gay Pride from a Fight for Private Dignity into a narcissistic carnival that erases lesbians and sexualizes children. I'm a lesbian woman. I've had enough. What began as a desperate, necessary riot against police raids on adult gay bars has curdled into something grotesque. A compulsory public spectacle that demands children as witnesses, lesbians as collateral, and material reality as optional.
Yeah.
The flag once signaled a refusal to bow to be hunted, now functions as a loyalty test.
Yeah.
Refuse the test and you are marked. The original demand was simple and adult. Leave us the F alone in our bedrooms and our bars. The current demand is the opposite. Watch us, affirm us, restructure language and law and childhood around us, or be destroyed as a bigot. This is not liberation. This is a narcissistic supply operation wearing rainbow drag.
Yeah.
And so I am saying that part of this, the discussion about the losing steam is because
it's just gone too far.
The normie gays are not even participating anymore.
Yeah.
They're seeing this whole thing is now turned into furries and people on leashes, and
it's turned into a circus.
Yes.
It really has turned into a circus. So there's one thing to say, okay, yes, I'm a man and I'm attracted to other men and leave me alone. That's not a criminal thing. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you're taking this flamboyant craziness and trying to stuff it in everybody's faces and saying, not only do you have to put up with this, you have to celebrate it. You have to change. You have to change your social media thing for a whole month to say that you're in favor of this whatever. That's different, and it's a common kind of a problem when people take an issue and they push it too hard.
Yeah,
and they push it to the point where it's just become sorry. We were tolerant up to this point, but you've gone too far. And that's why I think Pride Month is losing its steam, because it went from.
No, I think she just nailed it.
Yes, it went from leave us alone, and we're just going to say we're going to be open about the fact that we're gay, and
all right,
get over it.
One more thing. You have to let us get married. Okay, one more thing. All right, we're good there. And
I'm not. But
no. I mean, as a society.
Yeah.
We'll give you that. Okay. All right. Are we done here?
No.
No. Your children must know about my sexuality.
Yes. I need to be able to read books to them wearing stupid outfits. And,
right. And there are many of the, older generation gays that are going. Oh, the woman's like, oh my God, I was such a tomboy, and the other guy's going, I was such a little fairy. I'm glad these freaks weren't around, or they would have cut off my body parts.
Exactly.
And so they're just looking back on their own experience going, no. These are just gay boys and girls.
Yes.
And
stop chopping them up.
The TQIAs have come along and, turned this thing into something weird.
Yes. Very, very weird. And that part of has Pride Month lost its steam. Part of that is now we have many years of experience where kids who were forced into these horrible situations by narcissistic parents and by awful medical professionals who should be executed, who have allowed this kind of garbage to happen, to commit violence against their bodies. Now these people are saying, how could you do this to me? And they're starting to sue.
Oh, I was just like, I didn't know the word would be called detransitioner, but I was thinking, there will become a day.
Yes.
When parents, and although parents can be the victim of, of medical professionals who are telling you, we know best and all of that. So, but there are also a lot of parents who love to prance their transy kids around and who are instrumental in transing the kids. Those people know to go to jail.
Yeah.
But
did you hear Jordan Peterson's? Some woman was saying, "Oh, I have two. I have two trans kids, right?" And he said,
he runs down the math.
Yeah, he says the odds of you having two trans kids are like 1 in 10 billion. The odds that you are a narcissist are
attention-seeking,
right? Are 9,999,999,999 to 1. It's very funny.
Yes, it's clearly right.
But a lot of these parents have been bullied into this by this totally unscientific, unsupported, counterfactual claim that if you don't affirm them in their sexual dysphoria, that they're more likely to kill themselves.
Well, so what she's saying in this Substack, she didn't say exactly erases lesbians. I think what she's saying is any girl who finds herself attracted to a girl is actually a boy,
right, yes,
and needs to be turned into. She's like, well, no, why can't you be a girl? Even either butchy or feminine, who likes a girl. No. If you like a girl, we need to get you on hormones and quick.
Now think about how.
What the hell?
Think about how weird and distorted that is. What they're saying is there are really only two sexes. There's boys and girls, and girls have the properties.
There's only
of
one attraction.
Yeah. So. It's a total reversal of everything the whole movement is full of so many internal contradictions because they're trying to say, oh, there's a zillion genders, but if you're a tomboy, if you're a girl and you're a tomboy, that means you're a boy.
Yeah.
Like
you're a boy you're trapped in a girl's body.
Whole thing
never going to change so your body has nothing to do with your gender.
But it has everything to do with your
gender. But we need to artificially change your body to match your gender.
I know. There's so many internal contradictions.
It's actually quite popular in Iran and Islamic countries because you can get rid of the gayness.
Oh,
can you follow this?
Yeah,
the logic?
Yeah.
So you're a boy who's attracted to boys. Like, oh, we'll just chop off your ding dong, make you a girl, and then you won't be gay anymore.
Right. Yeah.
That's weird.
That's sick. Yes. guess. But it does. It's in a funny way. It reduces everything down to a binary.
Right.
That is supposed to be what they're trying to argue against.
It doesn't make any sense. You're non-binary, and there's 47 genders. However, at the same time, these are very rigid, and your body must match.
You either have to have a penis or you don't have to have a penis. I mean, it gets down to this binary sort of a thing,
which is never really. And with this fake penis is never going to work. You've just taken all sexual pleasure and sexual reproduction out of your life forever. And this decision made by somebody that's not even old enough to get a tattoo.
It is so sick on so many levels, and people are going to be studying this for decades. How it's kind of like the satanic panic. It's kind of other crazy.
We're going to look back and go, what were we thinking in the mid 220s?
Crazy social contagion. And then we're going to look back on this and think, how did educated, responsible medical professionals fall for this craziness?
Except the other things that you're talking about, like, is repressed memory and all of that. The damage isn't so physically permanent.
Right.
You can just go, what was I thinking?
Yeah, and you can get over it.
You can apologize to the people whose lives you've ruined and whatever, but you haven't medically disfigured them.
Yes. Or this whole thing about postponing puberty, as if
there was BS. No, everybody had to know that was. What are you gonna? You mean anybody could just say, I'm just gonna wait till I'm 20. And that's when
I'll decide.
And then I'll go through puberty.
Right. Any doctor who promoted that kind of stuff should just be like sent to Mars. That is such craziness. It's such ridiculous craziness. But okay, and I think so. Let's get back to why is Pride Month losing steam? Part of it is it's collapsing under the contradictions that it has accepted. All these crazy ideas have glommed onto Pride Month, and people are like, no, I'm just not with that anymore.
No, so what about, so during June, so for not football, but you have the basketball and the hockey playoffs, and we've had cases of even at peak Pride 3 years ago, like Russian hockey players going,
I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing it. I mean, this is, he's not so swept up in the emotion of American whatever.
Yeah.
And so what about the idea? So, okay, the Chicago Blackhawks want to put it on their website. Mm-hmm. But what about making all of the players wrap their hockey sticks?
Yeah.
What about compelling an employee...
Yeah.
Right.
So this gets into a tricky area because if you sign on with a team, then to a certain extent you are accepting some level of like their branding.
You can't wear any uniform you want to wear.
Exactly. If you're a Redskin, you got to wear burgundy and gold. You can't say I don't like burgundy. I'm going to wear something else.
Right. And you see in some in basketball they flex, like people can wear any kind of tennis shoes they want, but if the team says we're not doing that, everybody's wearing the same black tennis shoe.
Yeah, then that's what
it's going to be.
So there's to a certain extent, I understand that.
Yeah.
The problem is when they push that into an area that becomes an imposition. You're making somebody not wear a certain color. You're making them affirm some sort of a sociological point. Like, for example, what if everybody had to wear a jersey that said "meat is murder"?
Yes, right. They're like, we at the Blackhawks organization think that vegetarianism is the way to go. It's going to save the planet, and we have all these reasons why we think that meat is bad, and therefore everybody's wearing meat is murder. And can a guy just go?
Well, I'm a hunter.
I think you're wrong. Yeah, I think you're totally wrong about that. I love meat, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So
at what point can you be compelled and? Or what point are you being
Yeah, I think there are certain things you have to wear the team's colors. You have to wear their brand. If they say you have to wear Nike shoes, you have to wear Nike shoes or whatever that. Those things are all fine because it's not forcing you to speak. It's not compelled speech.
There you go.
Yeah,
that would be compelled speech, and so is your endorsement of
Pride Month.
Of Pride Month.
Yes. Yeah. So you can't. You don't want to bring politics or any other kind of thing in there, but you can't require people. Okay, you're a great hockey player, and we want you to play on our team, but you have to agree with our social views. That doesn't.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm seeing a little bit more of that kind of pushback. Both from the corporate level and as individual players. You're just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not wearing the rainbow headband or whatever.
And I'm seeing less of it on, LinkedIn is generally speaking a very woke place, and it's, a lot of people just go with the flow, and it used to be.
So you had your Black Lives Matter.
Oh yeah.
And, your Ukrainian flag.
Exactly. All that stuff, and
okay.
I'm not seeing it so much now.
All right.
I think it's just worn out.
All
it's
right.
not worried. That's maybe a good thing.
That is a damn good thing. All right. Have less pride.
Yes. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to like this video and share it with your friends.
Blue suit in the sunshine.